up, guys? It's Kayla and Leah for another history episode. So today, it is February 18th. So a little over halfway through February. And since February is Black History Month, we thought it would be fun to do a short video because we did have another video planned that she's still in the works of researching for. So we decided it would be fun to do a quick video highlighting some people for Black History Month. Obviously, Black History Month, February. It's also known as African American History Month for obvious reasons. Black History Month originated in 1976. That's just a fun little tidbit that I wanted to include to feel like I'm giving y'all some history tips. So Leah's going to talk about a few dead people. She's going to talk about Sojourner Truth, Madam C.J. Walker, and Ida B. Wells. And then I'm going to take a little more different approach talking about Stevie Wonder, taking on a more modern pop culture type of view for Black History Month. So give the reins to Leah. So you go first.
Okay, hi guys. So first we're going to talk about Sojourner Truth. She was born as Isabella Bonfrey, which I guess people don't know because she changed her name, and that's what we know her by. So she escaped to freedom in 1826. Her old master illegally sold one of her sons, so she sued him, and amazingly she won. She was the first Black woman to do so. She's most famous for her Ain't I a Woman speech, which kind of just showed people the kind of double discrimination that she felt being a Black woman. There's some controversy over if she actually said this, whether or not she did. The speech is still pretty famous, and she did a lot of great speeches in her time. So later, after that, she became a preacher and changed her name to Sojourner Truth, which is what we know her by today. She traveled and preached to speak out against slavery and oppression. She also recruited Black soldiers during the Civil War and did many other things that I can't cover right now for civil liberties. So next we have Madam C.J. Walker, and her first name is Sarah, but C.J. Walker is her husband's name. She was the first Black woman millionaire in America, and she made her fortune via her homemade line of hair products for Black women. She was the first in her family to be born free in 1867. She created her products after personal problems with losing her hair from some disease. Her products changed hair care for Black people. The main line was called the Walker System, which included scalp preparation, lotions, and iron cones. Black products that were on the market at the time were manufactured by white businesses. None focused on the health of their Black clients. Last but not least, we have Ida B. Wells. She's one of my favorites. She had her hat in a lot of things, mainly known for her investigative journalism, and she was one of the founders of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the NAACP. She started out teaching. In the middle of that, she had sued because she was forced to go to a colored-only area in the train, even though she had a first-class ticket. After this, she wrote some articles that were critical about the education available for Black children. Because of these two things, her teaching certificate wasn't renewed, so she turned to journalism. She began a campaign against lynching, which, if you don't know, lynching is a horrible execution, basically, of not just Black people, but it seemed to be. She stood up against lynching mainly through writing her articles.
All right. So, and then I'm going to talk about Stevie Wonder. Don't have much about him. I'm very bad with the whole researching part. But yeah, I did Stevie Wonder. He's famous. He's just a really famous musician. I chose to do Stevie Wonder because when I was a little kid, I really liked listening to jazz music on the radio. My first CD was a Motown Legends CD that my parents gave me, and he was one of the artists on there. I don't even listen to him today. I don't listen to like jazz music or anything like that, but that's what I liked as a kid. And so I was like, oh, Stevie Wonder. So yeah, he does like soul, jazz, rhythm, and blues. So he was born in Michigan in 1950. He was born, I don't know if he was born blind, but he became blind. He's a premature baby. And he, due to being premature and some of the medical stuff that happened with him being born, he became blind. But yeah, he grew up as a music prodigy, learning piano and a lot of other instruments, and then he started singing. He was signed to Motown when he was really young, and at the age of 12, he released his first 2 albums. By 1974, Stevie Wonder was the first black artist to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. He won it for his 16th studio album called Inner Visions. So as of last year in 2023, I assume this year, but I don't know. I don't pay attention to Grammys, so I don't know any difference, but I assume it's still the same thing. He remains one of the highest awarded artists in history with a total of 25 wins. So yeah, that's what I have on Stevie Wonder.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Anyway, in conclusion of today's episode, to highlight what we just talked about, we had Sojourner Truth, who's famous for her anti-women's speech. C.J. Walker, who paved the way for African-American women to have proper hair products, not made by white people. And Ida B. Wells for her protests against lynching.
And Stevie Wonder for the first black musician to win Album of the Year at the Grammys.
Woo! All right, you guys, that's all we have for you guys today. So we hope you all have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Boom. Wow, that's a blooper right there.
Yes, it is. You got your blooper.
Yay.
So, yeah.
Bye.
Bye. That's all we have for you guys. Y'all have a good day.
I can't wait to
so off.
do it. We should do that again.
Okay.